right, you ready?
I'm ready. But hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
You gonna give me a baby? Huh? You gonna give me a baby?
I gave you 2 babies already. I gave you a
Jeff.
beautiful girl and a beautiful boy.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I have to agree with you on that. But you reneging on what we agreed upon. Before we got married, I always said I wanted 4 kids. But then we agreed upon, how many we agreed upon? 3. And so right now I count 1, 2. Somebody's missing.
So you need to blink your eyes twice and double count those.
Yeah.
You don't know how kids are. We're going to talk about this today in the episode. We're going to talk about this today. So don't worry about that. But to get your mind right and ready. But you got enough kids you got ready. You need to be content.
I'm very content. But I believe that God has blessed us, and I believe we should have another baby to bring us to the mix.
Let's get this show started. Welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. Mr. Podcast Show, where you are at the #1 relationship, marriage, and for singles podcast in the world, where we believe in every episode you laugh, learn, and love. Laugh, learn, and love. Yes.
Love.
So whether you by yourself, you laugh, learn, and love. Whether you with your spouse, you laugh, learn, and love. Whether you're dating, engaged, you divorced, you need to laugh, learn, and love. And I am your host, Mr. aka Jeffrey Mr. And right beside me is my wife of 13 plus years, 2 kids, 1, 2, count them.
Dana Mr. aka Mrs. Mr. And together we are
the Misters. Yeah. So we're talking about today, how many kids are enough? What's the perfect number of kids? If your spouse wants more kids, or kids in general, and you don't, what do you do? What do you do? If your spouse wants more kids and you don't, what do you do? How many are the right number? 2? 3? 9? 0? So just think about those things. We're going to get into all this today. What are y'all doing to keep kids away? We've had a conversation with a lot of different couples. Some people on birth control pills. Some people have had, what is it?
Vasectomies.
Yeah, vasectomies and all that. Ooh, the word just tingles or whatever. And some people are on something else. We'll talk about what we do today as well.
Oh, right.
To get into it. And we'll talk about still on quarantine with the corona. So getting into some Instagram battles y'all have seen. Some very entertaining ones and seeing who would y'all like to see as we get into it. But today really talking about she wants more kids, as you heard in this beginning stage. She wants more kids. I am set. I think I'm pretty good right now.
But what's your reason for being good? Is because you want to save money? Is that what it is?
We can talk about that. But then let's get to first of all, if you're listening for the very first time, thank you for listening. We appreciate you. Thank you for you probably watching on YouTube or listening on some type of podcast, which is Apple Podcasts. A lot of y'all do on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, wherever you listen to. Thank you for listening and tuning in.
Thank you. We appreciate
#1.
You. We love the Mr. Fam.
Yeah. Y'all are my MFs. Y'all are my MFs. That's my Mr. Family.
Mr. Fam. Yeah.
So y'all are my MFs. So thank y'all. We love y'all. Appreciate it for tuning in. Thank y'all for telling somebody about the episode. We like to highlight at least 1 or 2 people every week who are following us on social media. On Instagram, we're at MR. That's Mr. MRS. That's Mrs. and Mr. MR dot Mrs. dot and Mr. MISTER. Mr. Mrs. Mr. on Instagram. Follow us. We're great. We're going to do a lot of great things coming up.
And thank you for everybody as well. You know, last week, Pops Mr. passed away. So we want to appreciate everybody, all the love and support that you guys showed our family. And so we just greatly appreciate it for sure.
Definitely appreciate that. The prayers, appreciate the gifts, appreciate the cards, the love y'all showed us. We didn't have an episode last week because of that. And so we thank y'all for just the love y'all showed. We appreciate that. We do appreciate that. And love you, Pops. Appreciate what you did. He was a great father. 38 years. Him and my mom, shout out my mom, Shirley Mister right now. 38 years married. He passed 38 years in a day after that. So maybe 38 years and just showing how marriage is. So the good, bad times, just to hold it down. That's the love that we trying to show, and we try to build up in ourselves, and we try to do and for you all as well. So thank y'all for that as well. So appreciate that. Love your pops. So appreciate that, Pops Mister, y'all. Shout them out. Thank you. Love for this side. So yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. So we're in quarantine still right now. Still in quarantine. Seeing different things go on and take place. Through those, we've seen some Instagram battles.
Oh yes, and my favorite one of all was the one between Teddy Riley and Babyface.
Teddy Riley and Babyface. If y'all not on the Instagram battles, it's where two artists or whatever.
Okay, so first of all, it was supposed to take place on Saturday night. Okay, so it was supposed to take place on Saturday night, and I think Saturday that was what, the 18th or something like that. Yeah. Days matter nowadays.
Yeah, it all blends.
But anyway, and then So Babyface, y'all know how smooth Babyface is. Okay, so first of all, some of the things that I realized from listening to the battle. First of all, I was like, when most of these songs came out, I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I was like, why was I listening to Whippoorwill and
what song do you think you were accustomed to? You think one of the songs you were accustomed to?
But I knew all of the words, and it's just like one of those things. It's just classic. Like both Teddy Riley and Babyface are both legends, and so I love both. But of course, my heart, it just goes out for Babyface. He was so smooth with it. So Saturday night they started the battle. But then Teddy Riley had some technical difficulties.
Now again, the first thing you talking about the first time, they hear that thing.
So Teddy came with a dancer. He was not practicing social distancing. It was the craziest thing. And so we was like, Teddy was doing too much. I love Teddy, but he was doing too much. And so it was like, okay. So they had to fast forward. So they reposted, they rescheduled to yesterday. So then yesterday, it was good. It started out really good, but then I don't know if it was the internet. I don't know what it was.
Internet,
dial up. I don't know what it was, but I was like, Teddy. Right. The one that we had when it was like 7, 8, 9.
When you hear that sound, that
yes.
Teddy Riley, get out that dial-up, man. Get out that dial-up. We love you, brother.
Yes.
Get out that dial-up.
Yes.
And so a lot of slow jams, a lot of slow songs.
Yes. But it just made you realize like how much of the 80s and 90s music that we love and we adore, and just like it was just I had like such a great time, having my own little party, and my kids every time like Babyface would play a song, I started yelling, and my kids was like, "What is going on?" Exactly. Also I would say this: let your kids listen to their old music, because a lot of the stuff now is just like a quick, I don't know what it is, but it's just like a quick something. One hit wonder, but like let your children listen to like some Whitney Houston's and some Teddy Riley and to some Babyface and to Michael Jackson and all those amazing artists, Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin. Like let them listen to that type of music.
Who do you want to see though? Who is another battle y'all want to see is coming up? Who is somebody who hasn't battled yet that you want to see on Instagram battle or something? Or some of you.
Who would you like to see?
I would like to see. I would like to see Sexual Chocolate on Coming to America.
Oh Lord, they should do a comedian one, but I think they've been doing music.
They have been. Well, I know music or like producers on with that. Yeah. But Sexual Chocolate on Coming to America, the greatest movie of all time, going against the lead singer of the Temptations. Who was that?
David Ruffin. Hand down, David Ruffin.
They didn't come to see y'all. They came to see me. They come to see David Ruffin. So yeah, that'll be awesome competition. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Like that. Who do I
want to see? Oh my goodness, it's so many amazing people that I would love to see battle. You're going to have to come back to me on that. Because I would love to see, I so many people that I would love to see. And I'm thinking about people who have a long history of things that produce a lot of records. So it would be cool. Both of them are passed away right now, but they should do one of Tupac and Biggie.
I thought about that.
Yeah, let them do Tupac and Biggie battle it out, and see how that plays out. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Tupac will have a new album out. He'd be like, Trump think he gonna hold us down. I know. Tupac, you know, he was dropping albums.
Yeah. So that one probably, and then I think we should definitely, it should be, because I don't think they've done 2 women yet. So we need to be 2 women that could go head to head as well. So,
Shaka Khan, like she sung at the All-Star Game. I'm just, Shaka, we love you. Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
That's another story.
It would have to be 2 legends for sure. So
that's cool. That's cool. We keep so every episode though, we like to laugh, learn, and love. Like you said, we've been stuck in the quarantine. Hopefully you are changing your underwear properly. Hopefully your drawers, like I like to say. Hopefully you can.
Lord, I do not like that word.
You get into it. She don't like drawers.
I do not.
Drawers. So yeah, I love it. And so you are actually hopefully keeping some going. You leave out in a better way than you came. Jumping to, we got 3 parts. Every episode, like we say, any situation.
Laugh, learn, love. And this is a little segment we like to kick off called
Whose Side You're On. If you're very first time listening, this is where we debate a topic. We may agree, may disagree, but you let us know whose side you're on. You can drop in the comments on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are.
Alrighty.
That's weird. So what's it? Whose side you're on? Question of the week, Mister.
Would you rather your child live their entire life rich, doing what they love, but single with no kids, or very happily married with kids, but broke? Dang, this is just like 2 different extremes, sir.
You got that's why we're here for. So let's run it back through. Whose side you're on? Question is 2 sides.
Yeah, rich, doing what they love, but single, or very happily married and broke.
Yep. So which one are you going for your kids? Since we talking about kids
for
today,
your kids.
Talking about that, you go ahead and go first. Which one you want for your kids? You want your
well,
kids
you know, you're not gonna like my answer.
No.
I think it really depends on your child. No.
See, you trying to get too philosophical.
No, I'm not trying to be too philosophical.
You gotta pick a side. Okay, go ahead.
I believe it really depends on your child. Like I can see Malia. Malia is such a nurturer, so I can see her being completely content with, you know, with her spouse and her kids. She probably have lots of them and keep it moving. But on the other hand, I see Jace, who could be perfectly fine being single, and because like I said, you gave 2 different extremes. Cause
you gotta pick one.
so
they can
but that's my answer.
That's not an answer. You didn't pick one. You can't pick both. You gotta pick one. So
I'd rather for them to be happily married with kids but broke.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. If I had to just choose a side, yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. Because I just think that they would be rich with love, and you know, I would be there to support them even.
And that's why y'all got 50 and 60-year-old folks still at their mama house living. This is the reason why you have 50 and 60-year-old folks living in the house.
But my prayer is, I pray.
You can't pray in there. You got to live out what it is. You can't live.
They're gonna be great. They're gonna be amazing.
So
go ahead.
I'm gonna have to go with rich with doing what they want to love, but without a marriage or kids, because they cannot live with me the entire time. I have aspirations. I'll walk around the house naked now, but they're not really ashamed of it. So I think at that point in time, it would be shame. And then plus, they're not going to bring it. So I'm the type of parent that'll be, I don't care how old you are. If your company's over here, I'm going to be like, hey, daughter, son, it's time to tell your company it's time to go home. So I don't want to have to embarrass them at 45 years old while they sitting on the front sofa trying to watch Netflix or whatever you have. Take that on. It's 9:30. It's time to go into the house. So I would pick, if they're rich, they can afford their own place. They can move on. Hopefully, we can still go through and they can feed us sometimes with stuff to start paying us back for all the free rent and free groceries they eat all the time. So to sum this up, you said you'd rather have, if you could pick for your child, you said that you'd rather have them married with kids, but broke and living with her. Right? That was the other side note. I said I'd rather have them rich and loving what they do, but without a marriage and kids. And so that way they will be independently moving on from the side. So it does not really change. You're going to pick one. So let us know what you think. what you think of whose side
You're
on.
on.
Of course, listen, I want to say I've been killing this every single week, and I want to thank you, my supporters. I love you. I love you. I love you. Because even women are saying they want to go with her, but the logic has been on my side. This may be a little bit more competitive this week. So we'll see. We'll see what the numbers are. So please, you just throw it in. You don't have to put a lot. Just say Mr., Mr., and Mrs. Mister on that side. We'll ride with that. All right? So
and I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with winning.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. Y'all saw. Oh, it's another thing too. That The Last Dance is going to be on throughout this time. The very first 2 episodes came on this past week.
That was awesome.
And let me say, I want to say this before we go into the learn part about this. Scottie Pippen. It was a lot of people making more than Scottie Pippen. Benny the Bull was making more than Scottie Pippen. Let me see. Leon, the custodial worker that was making more than Scottie Pippen was. Scottie!
But he was there for the team, though.
Scottie signed a 19-year, $16 million contract.
He wasn't no 19.
Who is your agent, Scottie? Who is his agent? Scottie Pippen. Jordan, and that's another thing. Jordan, he wrong for that. Jordan was like, Scottie was selfish. He didn't want to show up the 96, 97 season, whatever it was. He didn't want to show up for it. Scottie Pippen scheduled his surgery to be done right at the beginning part of the season. And he was like, he wrong for that. Jordan, you making $33.1 million.
So it's so easy for you to say.
Jordan is tipping people Scottie Pippen's salary as they go. Here you go, get you something nice. Get you something good. Get you something good. Appreciate you bringing my water. Here you go, Scottie Pippen.
I did keep in mind, Jordan had all these contracts.
Yeah, shoes and everything.
So he was
He was like, Scottie Pippen was wrong. I had to take over the team for that. Scottie was like, bro, I'm having my surgery day 1 of the season. And I feel you, Scottie. I feel that energy. That type of energy I want to have the pettiness he had in the midst of that, which it was warranted. Because he was number 6 on the team. Luke Longley. Do you know who Luke Longley is?
I have no idea.
He was making more than Scottie Pippen. That's exactly what happened. So, fellas, you watch that time. Keep on watching that. I'm going to keep watching that, too. And see what's going.
But tell us what all the things you've been doing during this quarantine.
Yeah, like how y'all holding up? How y'all holding up?
I've been mainly watching a lot of the 90 Day Fiance.
I just can't do it. I can't do it. We have some couples that do watch that. Valentino and Lizzie.
Yes.
Valentino, give him a shout.
Yes.
Valentino, he's
Baby girl
turn your
Lisa.
man card in. Turn your man card in if you watching 90 Day Fiance. Turn your man card in now today. I don't even know anything about it. I saw one guy talking about he got a ring. He never met the woman before. He's flying out to propose to her. He's never talked to her before. They've exchanged text messages. They know in love. That's foolishness and crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not in the episodes 2 or 3 hours. Who got time? Okay.
And another thing too that people been debating on is when do you all feel like we're gonna open back up? Of course, you guys know a lot of the schools have completely shut down for the rest of this year, or at least until August. And so a lot of people have been trying to figure out when would be
when are y'all going back outside?
Yeah.
So I know some people have already. South Carolina.
We're not going back to outside because people been going outside, but going back to work and opening up the non-essential businesses. Yeah. So, do you guys feel like, Mississippi governor said people can return back April 28th. Tennessee, the governor has said, April 30th, but then I know Shelby County mayor, he extended it to May 5th or May 6th. Mm-hmm. And so, but it's mainly, I think it's mainly, but check this out. It's mainly been the more of the southern states, okay?
Because it's warmer.
No, it don't got nothing to do with it because it's the Republican governors who are supporting, our dear president. So, when do you guys feel like it will be, I've heard different things. Some people are like, yeah, it's fine, Some people say, well, everybody's going to get it anyway, so it's going to be like a survival of the fittest. I'm just telling the different things that, that's out there. Some people say June, some people say July. Some people even have said until isn't a vaccine. Now, keep in mind, there won't be a vaccine until
29.
Yeah.
So
it's 2020. Where we are in 2020. So 2021. But keep in mind, like for me, like I shared with Jeff, even when they do come with the vaccine, I'm not gonna be the first one to go be like, oh, give me the vaccine.
I'm good.
So because y'all, I've watched the Tuskegee experiment and all of that stuff. So you just have to. So So when do you guys feel like that it would be a great opportunity? Now for me. I'm just gonna be chilling. I go to where I need to go, and I come on back, still have my mask still covered. So, Jeffrey, when do you feel like that?
I'm going back out now because I'm immune, but I think for everybody else, nah, but I'm not. I think that we have to, I guess, open back up, sometime. But the selfish part of me wants football to be played. I think that's part of it.
But now California stated, from my understanding, California said that people come, they won't be opening up no concerts, no anything for the rest of 2020. So if the football teams and NFL want to come out there and play.
I haven't seen it right there yet. Okay, they said it. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go somewhere else to play it because I don't know. But I don't know. We can talk about. But I want to see a little more sports because I think we're doing well because you almost had the corona for a while, so it kept you down.
It kept me down, yeah. So I was down for like 2 to 3 weeks. So 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks. Yeah, that was kind of
couple days.
So and then after that, I think I had a good week, and then Pops died last week. So we were busy. So we haven't had the full experience where everybody's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so ready to get out the house." Because again, for me, I was down for 3 weeks. The kids then work and kept taking care of me, kept them busy for 3 weeks, and then like I said, we had 1 week where we were just busy, just trying to get back into the routine of things. And then last week it was more funeral stuff and all of that. And so this week, that so
we'll see. We'll see. People are trying to get back to it. We'll see how it goes. I would like to see. I guess we are testing people to see how it goes. I hate for somebody to get sick and pass on it. So, but I don't know. I don't have a date. I guess we got to. I guess selfishly, I want to get back to seeing sports. That's the only reason.
So that's the only reason. Otherwise, you good. So it has nothing to do with the economy and nothing like that.
I guess people, what I'm saying. I want people to go back to work. I guess because I guess some stimulus checks won't keep coming out. So you get one and done maybe on that side. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't have a date.
But in the meanwhile, definitely continue to keep yourself safe and continue to wear your mask. Change out your gloves. Jeff has not worn a mask. I did order him one, so hopefully he'll wear it down.
I eat a vegetarian/vegan diet, so I think that what I'm saying. I don't have a lot of.
So that's the wrong message. So don't listen to Jeff. Just make sure you continue to wash your hands and do all the things. And then when you protect yourself, ultimately you're protecting your neighbor. That's the way I look at it. Because if you're staying in, you ultimately protecting your neighbor. That's true. Or if you are covering yourself, ultimately you're protecting your neighbor. So I think love your neighbor by making sure you're covered, you're protected. Continue to practice social distance. Give virtual hugs.
Unless you're married, get those yams. Because if they got it, you got it anyway. So at least you can enjoy yourself. If you have it. Yes. So if you have it, they have it. Go ahead and get them yams. Yes. That's what I said. Go ahead and talk. So as the lab, getting into a lot of stuff we talk about in quarantine now. Get to the learn portion now. We've been talking about starting this episode off talking about this is something too. That's another reason why I say get back to work almost a little bit is because women have a little bit more time on their hands. Men do as well, and so. For us, I think a little baby fever. Keep the shirt right there.
Yes. Okay, so let me tell y'all. So we've been going through pictures.
Shirt on. Shirt on too.
Yeah, I got the baby shirt on. This is a shirt that I gave to Jeff when he had. Well, we didn't know the second child. We didn't know Jace was a boy.
We didn't know what we were having.
Yeah, so we didn't know what we were having. So I ended up getting Jace. I ended up getting Jeff this shirt because it was a green shirt. That's unisex or whatnot. So I got him this green shirt, and so he was able to wear it the day. I
was like, "What's in there?"
That the baby was born.
And the baby popped out. Let me say this short part. The baby popped out. I'm looking like, "Oh, what is this? A little baby?" And it popped the leg. I was like, "Oh, a little peen." Yeah, a little.
So I got the shirt for him, and at the time the Keep Calm thing was very popular, so I just got the Keep Calm as a baby. But lately we've been going through pictures and stuff, and I've been trying to get photo albums and stuff because we have a little bit more extra time on our hands. So one of the goals is try to get photo albums because a lot of times, y'all, we take a lot of pictures on our phone, and for me, I know I have over 30,000 pictures. Don't judge me, and probably some of y'all probably got more than that.
I got more.
But I got over 30,000 pictures and videos on my phone, and so I would love to start doing a photo album for the kids, so when they grow up, they won't be able to have my phone because eventually my phone won't be around. So I look at her old pictures and seeing Malia and how, oh my gosh, she was just the cutest little baby, and then Jace and seeing how handsome he was. So I just been getting a lot of baby fever. So
some Carnival or some Benadryl or some some light.
So, you know, and you know, so I've been talking to Jeff about, you know, looking at possibly having another child.
So we bring them in today. I want to get to this point of saying, what are the pros though? So I just want to hear this side.
So the pros,
bring us in.
so the pros are.
Yes, tell me, what are the pros of having another child?
So the pros are.
You know how far we can come? Our youngest now is 5 years old.
He about to be 6 next month.
5 years old. You know how much blood, sweat, and urine and feces and sweat and waking up at nighttime. She didn't. That's the thing.
And no,
you didn't. She didn't wake up.
Yes,
she was in that thing. That baby.
Yes.
Jace was in there. She was in there. She was. I would have to bring Jace from the other room, pull her breast out, and attach the baby to her while she was asleep. That's what I was doing. I was like, "You don't hit the baby. You don't hit the really? You don't hit the baby?"
I was tired.
I had to pop the baby.
Jeff went back to work when Jace was a week years old. So for Malia, Jeff took off more time with Malia. But I think when you had Jace, did you just get a new job or something? I think you may have just gotten a new job, so you couldn't take off or something like that.
Yeah,
and so the thing about it, so he only took off a week with Jace, and so I had Malia and Jace during the day, and so by the time nighttime, I am exhausted. Like because keep in mind, Malia is like. At that time when Jace was born, Malia was a toddler. She wasn't even 2 yet. So I was tired.
And she did this for Malia too. No. She'll be sleeping there. I was like, I know this lady hit this baby in here crying.
No, that is not true. Like, anyway.
Just bring me the baby. Just bring me the baby.
No.
just I'm gonna leave my breast open. See,
comedians, they be stretching the truth so much. So that's it. I think
here
that's
all.
Every
breast is it's right there. You see
it. So I think some of the pros of having a baby.
Yeah, what's the pros?
Like they just bring so much joy.
Convince me.
They bring so much joy to our family.
Okay.
And you know, considering all the things that we have gone through, God has truly blessed us with 2 beautiful children. I believe there's still room for us to bring another productive citizen into the world to be, you birth them, you groom them. We need more positivity and more positive kids in our environment, you know.
So first one.
And for not only for our environment, but the impact that child will have on the world.
Oh, it's good. So this is what we want y'all to do. Listen to each point, and we'll see who won. We can go 3 rounds. 3 rounds this side. That's your first point. Is joy and what it can bring to the world.
Yes.
That's point. Okay. Thank you. All right. I would like to concede in saying, first of all, who is going to pay for this child? Children are behind a crack cocaine habit. Children are a very close second to what you have. So I think God has blessed us to make it to 5, almost 6 years old, but since the last time we've been in a hospital. And to be able to birth those, to walk out of there, and they don't give you a manual. And so I think we're well versed.
They do give you a manual. You just don't read
it. They gave you a manual to say, hey, the bill is this, and you walk out. But we made it through. We made it out of there.
We did.
And so, but I think the con, since I'm on the con side of this side, is the cost of a child. And to say the average cost they say for a child from 0 to 18 is about $500,000. It may be let's give or take $2 or $3. And so we could either have a lifetime of everything else, or we could have a human. Which you see, when you go to the street, there are plenty of free humans there around to get those. So I think my first point, I'm going to end it right there so you can use your second point, is cost. Cost, that would be the first con. So joy for her. Cost, impact on the world.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
I believe my second point would be in regard to rebuttal your cost is you can't put a price on a child. Okay. So the thing is,
yes, you can. It's $500,000. You absolutely can.
There's no difference, honestly, between the second child and the third child. You know, once you have 2, you must have 3. You know, so that's the way I look at it. You know, once you have 2, you might as well have 3,
6, 7,
4.
like ladies,
because you pass the clothes along. Because we already had a boy and a girl, so I think it's no matter what child comes along, we're gonna have. Well, I don't think I got rid of them.
You got rid because this is what you said. If I have another, I want to get them all new clothes. It's gonna be great. So,
but see, kids clothes, you go to Ross and TJ Maxx, they don't cost that much, So we have a drive-through baby shower, So and we nurse, and then even for the kids, I made them baby food. So.
No, we made them baby food. I got the video proof. Okay. So what's your second point?
So my second point is you can't put a price on a child, and that you
can absolutely.
There are cost efficient ways to help save. Now so I believe it's a win-win. Daycare would probably be the most expensive thing, but it's okay.
Just a little daycare though.
Yeah, you don't got no house, no. And by the time
that's why I work so hard to
it's just acting like I want to have a child tomorrow. I'm not saying. I just told him that I would love to have another child before I'm 40. That was the only thing I say that.
Listen,
so that's still
Sarah and Abraham.
That's still like 4 more years.
It's a horrible. Sarah and Abraham. That was a curse. Okay, gotcha. My point is, second point is, who gonna watch that child? Who is going to sit up and watch that child? We are maybe at the maximum number of kids that people who are babysit kids will watch them. So if you want, and so we like to go on trips for like an anniversary and like trips. I like to go on trips. So she said, Gigi said she is not watching an extra new child. She don't know that child.
She be the main one.
Watch it. Maybe she'll change later.
Yeah,
so
she be the main
we're going back to doing that. So people with 3 or 4 kids are like, we get nobody to watch them. They have to watch each other. That's why people had so many kids early on in life in the early 1800s and 1900s, because they were early parents. They put them as early parents. So we don't have that. So we have to say, who's going to watch that child? You got 2 to 3 years that you give up your whole story. So hats off to people who are doing that. You are soldiers and stuff like that. I don't know if I can regurgitate the mindset and strength to do that. The second one snuck up on us. I'm still trying to realize that. So I'm walking like, what's going on? So I'm edit that so you can get the third point. We can move for this point. But my point summarizes, who gonna watch them? If you have a child, you need to have a grandmother or somebody that's eligible to watch that child with. So last point.
So I believe to rebuttal that is that Malia and Jace are getting older now, so they want to help. They want to help more, especially Malia. She definitely wants to help more. And then of course there's always Gigi. But I said all of that to say that it will help your younger children to become more selfless, because they will learn to give. They
don't have to, because we still eat the same amount of income. Y'all just stretch this food out. It's the same. You ain't got no choice then. You have no choice. So it makes them selfless.
So it makes them more selfless. I mean, because I know for Malia and for Jace, they both both of our kids have been asking for another sibling, even to the point that it was like, well, how about we adopt a child? So so they really are on board for this, and so they're at that sweet age where they want to help and all that stuff. They're excited
because they paid no bills at all. That's the reason why.
And that's how we're gonna keep it.
Sweet point. They don't pay no bills at all, so that's what it is. Yeah, so guys, good last one. Yes. My final point is this, and I want to talk to ladies and gentlemen of the jury. And I want you guys to think about this and let us know which way we should go. I would really love to hear your feedback. The last point we want to say is, who is going to teach this child to pee?
Oh Lord, no.
It's a huge thing. If you ever been to a movie with a child that has to go pee, it is the worst thing ever in life. I remember taking my son to the restroom, and because somebody had to go take, they won't get this experience of going to the movies. Never in life again. And so I don't know, but this is what happens. So we go into a public restroom at that point in time, and the men's restroom may be different than women. There's a pool of I don't know why people can't pee in urinals or toilets. I don't know. You just been peeing since birth. Why can you not aim into the urinal? It just irks me. That's fine. I can maneuver myself around, get on my tiptoes and urinate and get out of there. Kids will go, splash, splash. Look at me jumping in the puddle. What's this? I'm like, throw the whole child away now. If they said something. Throw the whole child away.
Because we both to a certain extent.
Oh my goodness. And they used to be like, oh my, and they just like, look at this. They'll sit they raw tail on public toilet.
But you teach them though.
I teach them, you know what I'm saying? But when you trying to get the stuff set up, we have it. But it took so much patience to get through that. So my last point, which I think everybody would agree, for the con side of this, is saying that who is going to teach these kids? Start over again. This child will know nothing of all the hard lessons I went through to get this thing down. So that's what we had. So y'all let us know.
Yes.
Y'all let us know. And so a lot of y'all are using different type of ways not to have kids. Some people are using birth control pills. Some people are using the shot. Some people are using whatever on a commercial they said after 6 months. If you tried this, then please call us because you may be able to get paid. I don't know the little things you stick into up there or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever that. And so, some of y'all may be using what we use.
The pull and pray method.
The pull and pray method.
But I do want to say this though before we move on.
Rico, shout out to you.
What?
Rico, me and Tucker.
Okay. So we want to hear from those who have 3 or more kids. We really want to hear from you to see how you adjusted with having 3 kids in the home, going from 2 to having 3. Especially for those who waited a while. So like we said, our children are 7 and 6. So there would be, some years difference, so they won't be stair-steppers like the first 2 was. And then, so just chime in. We would love to hear from you.
We might bring somebody on Instagram Live. Now we kind of get through a lot of stuff been going on the last few weeks. So somebody on that can tell us exactly what was the difference between those things.
Yes.
And how's it affecting your yam life? Are you still getting the same amount of yams? Which I know you're not. So that's fine. And so, but we were talking about the pull and pray method. If you don't know what that is, that's when you get exactly almost to the point of,
oh my God!
and then you pull away, and then you pray that everything is fine. And that's been our method, because you were on birth control pills for when we first started.
I was only on birth control pills for the first 6 months of marriage because I knew we didn't want to have babies in. But then you know how it is, ladies. You started researching stuff about the impact of birth control and all of that stuff. And so for me, that wasn't for me because it changed my mood. Like it did something to my menstrual cycle. And these are things.
Off. You don't know when that thing comes up.
It threw off my menstrual cycle. It gave me headaches. I mean, I just had so many symptoms from being off birth control. And I know there's different pills and different dosages, but for me, I'm just not a type of person that like taking medicine anyway. Like never even have to beg me to literally throw down the vitamins down my throat.
Oh, you need to be taking those. That's different.
But I'm just not a person, if I can get it naturally, then great. But I'm just not one of those people that like to take a lot of medicine. Putting basically, chemicals in my body. That's just not what I want to do. Especially like, again, there's so many things could be attributed to cancer and all of that stuff. And so that's for me. And like at the end of the day, I support any woman, whatever decision that you want to make for you. And I think at the end of the day, you have to consult with your significant other and decide on what works best for you. Because that's just so important. But for like us, it is the pull and pray method.
The pull and pray. It gets you close to the Lord. After you get to there, there's trust. You gotta trust who. Yeah. And so, like for me and two who have had vasectomies, I'll shout out my cousin Sid. I got to talk to him.
You gonna put the name out there?
I mean, see.
You have to edit that.
I'm just joking. He's fine with it. And so, so we may bring somebody on Instagram Live too as well, so you can tell us how that process works. I'm scared of it. I'm scared that somebody will wire somebody because he says.
But he's not getting one right now.
No, I'm good. Yeah, I might not ever get one. Oh, well. We'll see. But Ron, so real quick, I'm just gonna run down some side effects of birth control pills on medical news today. These are some of the side effects of menstrual cycle spotting, like different things in between those times. Nausea, breast tenderness, headaches, and migraine. It's maybe or may not. Weight gain, it says the average person gains about 4.4 pounds at 6 or 12 months with birth control pills only. Mood changes, you've mentioned that before. Missed periods, going through like that. Decreased libido, so that's something too. Yeah, you coming through, you like, what's happening on the end? You like, so yeah, that maybe you, may not be you, but just in case, you may want to see whatever like that. Vaginal discharge, I don't know about that, but I've heard about those. And then eye changes, saying that hormone changes caused by birth control pills have been linked to a thickening of the cornea in the eyes. I didn't know that. So yeah.
And again, some people may not have any of the symptoms, and that's great. And I think that's the reason why there are so many options for birth control methods out there. And kudos, yeah. So again, this is not to say which one is right or wrong.
So it's
by no means.
Talk about it though.
Yeah, but I think the main thing is really discussing and having a conversation with your significant other, your spouse, about what method works best for you all.
For us right now, it's important to pray. The Lord is with us.
Yeah, well, we've been doing it.
I've been through we didn't care shut, but I think of the other ones. I think a couple times we was like, so. But you gotta have self-control, fellas. You gotta have some self-control in there before you come through that way. You gotta make sure you gotta make sure you can't stay those last two strokes may cost you.
Already,
for 18 years, those last 2 strokes will take you out of there. So that good feeling a cost if you.
It's so funny anyway.
Gonna cost. So so that's where we are. Love portion. So we, like you said, laugh, learn, and love. Mm-hmm. We learned a lot of things today about us and about you. And some more they coming on the Instagram page, so make sure you follow us there. But the love portion is have a conversation, bring it back up with your spouse or your mate, or you thinking about yourself, just talk to yourself or whatever, right? Have a conversation is how many kids did you want before we met? So if you're married, ask them a question because you may not have talked.
Because I wanted 4 before.
Yeah.
And how many did you want?
I wanted about 3.
Yeah.
And then the second part of the question is,
why has that changed?
Why has it changed?
Or stayed the same.
So
why for you? Why has that changed?
Because of all the blood, sweat, and tears I had to go through with these kids, right? And so another thing too is you don't know what kind of child you can get. You may get a person that want to live with you forever, and love you too much, and want to stay with you forever. And I don't know if I can do that anymore. So
are you trying to share shade at one of my children?
No, I'm not saying these getting out. I'm working with them extensively to get them the best education possible. As an educator, I work with them to make sure they have no excuses of why they cannot find employment that provides them their own independent living with outside and their own insurance and their own groceries and their own gasoline and all those things to do it. So I have
you can do that with the third one.
You know how much work and time I put into these kids?
We can do it with the third one.
So I don't know. You have done some. I just think I'm talking about waking up at night, like with those babies. You did wake up once or twice. You pop that breast up there like this right here. That breast right there.
This is true. Okay, we're gonna have this discussion because the thing about it is, I think a lot of times men have this misconception that, the woman has been at home with the child or children all day. The least you can do is get the night shift. Like, what you think we've been doing all day? Just twiddling our fingers and looking at the baby, and the baby has been sitting there quietly sleeping all day. That is not what's happening. And then, third of all, Malia started going to sleep early. Malia started sleeping through the night, y'all, when she was like 8.
She wanted, also, when she's leaving out, she's telling the truth, but she's leaving out some of those things. She wanted that child to stay in the room. When she went to D.C., I
came
put
back
that baby out into her own
7
room.
months.
It should have been way before then. Some of y'all still got kids that's 8 and 9 years old, still sleep with y'all, and never went to their own room. And so that's y'all. That's fine. That's what y'all do. I had a plan. I'm not building no baby room to get that thing out there to get it. So, yeah. So, whatever y'all do, let us know. Yeah. We're going to go to Instagram Live, too. We're going to do more videos on that side. So, definitely not follow us. Yes. Jump on the side there. So, appreciate y'all. So, what we're going to do, we still going to see what we're going to do about this baby situation. Yeah. So, we'll, all right, look at the comments. I may consider, depending on the comments.
You going to consider it?
I said consider with the comments, though. You got to get.
Wait a minute. You got to let other people.
So, you got to do that to see. I'll consider it. So, we'll see. Okay. So, every episode, no matter what you have, no matter if you go through anything,
say, I like
the Mr. Mantra. The Mr. Mantra, where if you argued, if you argued and went through different things. Thank you. You said Chris. She's trying to check me. But if you argued, you went through this episode, hope you laughed, hope you learned, hope you loved, get those things. But regardless of whatever happened, you want to end every episode and every conversation you have, argument, saying these 3 things to each other. Look each other in the eye. The Mr. Mantra, we say, I like you, I love you, and I want you. Get a little sugar. So, woo!
I took your breath away. You couldn't be thinking after that.
You did. It's hard to get some sugar.
So, Mr.
So, yeah, we are. Hit that Jordan on him. Jordan, fade away. Oh!
Love, learn, love.
Hey!
Love, learn, love.
Hey!
Love, learn, love.
On the Mr. and Mrs. Mr. Podcast Show.
Love, learn, love.
One more time.
Love, learn, love.
Episode 26.
Love, learn, love.
On the Mr. and Mrs. Mr. Podcast Show. Yeah.
And that's our show.
Thank you. We love you. God loves you. There ain't nothing you can do about it. Follow us. Ready to get on Instagram Live. We're going to hope to bring some couples on. We're going to start a thing called Let's Argue. So you bring your arguments to us and we'll kind of give our feedback on that side. I love it.
Everybody help us.
So let us know. So let's argue. We're going to have a little segment. Love y'all.
Safe,
Let somebody else know about this podcast. Pass this on.
Wash
Pass
it.
on. Take the mask off and get some yams.
No, keep the mask on.
Oh.
Bye, guys. Love you.